So today I'm talking about choosing Wichita Falls, and that's going to happen right now. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Your Wichita Falls. I'm Debbie Dobbins, your host for this episode. And today I want to talk about why people choose Wichita Falls. You know, I don't know if you happen to own a pet. I own pets, and it seems like every pet that I've ever owned found me. Have you ever had that experience? If you do, you know exactly what I'm about to say. And that is, Wichita Falls chooses so many people. They don't even know what's happening to them until they get here and they have this aha moment that Wichita Falls chose them. So I want to tell you a little story about the first time that I ever came to Wichita Falls. And that was in 1996. I actually was visiting my brother who lives here. He retired from Shepherd. And I was here for an Easter vacation. And literally every single night, I had no intention of moving here, by the way. I was coming for a little trip. Every single night that I would lay my head down on my little nephew's bunk bed, which is where I was staying at the time, there was this little voice that said, "Move to Wichita Falls." Oh my goodness. I tell you, it was the most amazing whisper, if you will. That's why my group page is called Wichita Whispers. It was the most amazing whisper, and it was very loud whisper, actually. I mean, every single night for a week, "Move to Wichita Falls." And I kept saying, whoever's speaking, please stop. Because that's not going to happen. And of course, a 1 week vacation turned into 2 weeks. I was contemplating it, and the voice kept happening and happening and happening. And guess what? I went back to California, and I was in a Ryder truck driving back to Wichita Falls with all of my belongings, with no home, no job, no car in 1996, because the whisper was there. And I hear this all the time from people about how they came to find Wichita Falls. So maybe you came to find Wichita Falls through these videos. I love it when people call me from around the world and say, "I saw your videos about Wichita Falls." And it's sometimes people can't quite believe that someplace like this would actually exist. And the fact of the matter is that it is. And of course, there's other people out there that this is still not your cup of tea, no matter if you come here and visit or not. So that's okay. But the fact is that so many people are chosen by Wichita Falls. There's something, honest to goodness, magical about this place. And if you talk to people that have lived here, that have just come because the military sent them, and then they go travel around the world and they end up right back here because this is where they want to live for the balance of their life. Or a mom that says, "I want to have a place for my kids to grow up that I feel is safe and wonderful and protected." Once again, Wichita Falls. There's so many people that I talk to that start out with an intention list, a little checklist of the cities in America that they would like to live in because we meet that population guideline that they've chosen, under 150,000 people. You know, the crime rate, the school system, the cost of living, all the things that I share about in videos over and over and over. But they'll tell me about their checklist. And as they go through their checklist, they know nothing about Wichita Falls. And all of a sudden, boom, it shows up on their radar. And of course, they'll Google it, and guess whose videos show up. But the fact of the matter is that Wichita Falls chooses people just like the pets, because we are so incredibly loving and kind, as if we were an individual who wanted to own a dog or a cat, and you just let that happen and they come and find you. Or you go to a shelter and you see that beautiful puppy that you know is yours. So I will tell you that this place chooses more people than people choose it sometimes. And yet there's tons and tons of people that choose Wichita Falls in so many magical ways. So do we have an eclectic population? Oh my goodness, yes. Not only do we have a military base, we have a NATO base. So the cosmopolitan energy that comes from everywhere around the world lands here. It is simply a wonderful vortex to live in. And if you only come here for a little while, that's great too. If you're just passing through, check out some of the videos about experience in a day in the life of Wichita Falls, because there's so many wonderful things to do here. If you just are traveling through, or you come for a hotter than hell event, or you come for an event that's at the Impact, I promise you, if you let Wichita Falls get into your heart, you'll never let it leave. So I just wanted to share a little bit about why people choose Wichita Falls and why Wichita Falls chooses people. So stay tuned for the next 2 videos. And if you are thinking of moving to Wichita Falls, give me a call, set up a Zoom meeting in the link below so that I can share even more amazing things that are happening here, and watch the channel because there's tons of videos on all kinds of topics about relocating, about date night, about communities, about neighborhoods. Oh my gosh, the videos just go on and on and on. And as I always say, y'all come back now, you hear? Bye.